I'm Andy Pilgrim with Automobile. Welcome to another edition of Pro Racers Take. Today at the NCM Motorsports Park, we have a Porsche Macan Turbo, a Miami blue Porsche Macan Turbo, as you can see. I'm looking forward to this one in particular because we haven't had a hot SUV or a sport wagon for quite a while. And I'll tell you what, the weather's good right now. I'm going straight to the track.
Right, set up here for the Flyer, more than half a mile, flat out. The limiting factor is the right-hander, which we come out at maybe 75, 80 miles an hour, and then we're just on it. The Macan Turbo sounds very good, stable, incredibly stable. It's amazing, SUVs, crazy. Oh, I'm gonna need really good brakes here. Brakes are fantastic on this. 145, nailing the brakes. All right, let's go do the 0 to 60 and quarter mile. This thing digs out of the hole. 0 to 60, 3.6. Oof. Solid quarter mile, 12.17. Okay, let's go do the hot lap. All right, here we go. Let a dive on the brakes, coming to one. You will see the car obviously roll quite a bit. It's over 4,000 pounds. Even though the air suspension and the shocks do a fantastic job controlling it, it is still an SUV. Liberal use of curbs with this vehicle because it is so well controlled. And I do like the smaller GT steering wheel. It's great to use. Always on the edge of understeer with a vehicle like this. And my job is to get it to rotate if I can a little bit and then hold that understeer like through there. I couldn't accelerate any more because it just would have pushed straight off the racetrack. So I'm right on the edge of understeer. And sometimes I can get it to rotate a little bit like there, and that's a good thing. And I can carry more speed. Always like a race car that actually has more tendency to oversteer on entry than understeer. A lot of drivers like it the opposite. More drivers probably like it the opposite. Solid braking, stability control, going nuts going in there. It did a great job. Just rip it into here, watch this. Ugh. Using the curbs, yes, but maintaining my momentum, not just gratuitously using them. I'm using them to keep the speed up if I can. Amazing through there, almost 128 miles an hour, on the brakes hard, and again through here as the track drops away, you've got the understeer to control, and then through here got it rotated well, and it killed it coming out of here, almost 80 miles an hour. That's very good. And here, of course, with these steady state long corners, very almost imperceptible turbo lag. I mean, I really didn't notice any. Fantastic. This is probably the type of enthusiastic driving most owners won't bother doing, but it's interesting to see that it has this capability. On it through here, even a little bit of curb coming out of there, and stay composed and rock it down the straightaway. It does sound good too, and that PDK, amazing. 2:24.58. That's just only a tiny bit over a second slower than the Mercedes E63 Sport Wagon. Incredible.
So you've just heard and seen this thing fly around the NCM Motorsports Park. Let's have a look under the hood. This hood is a lovely piece of engineering, not just for the headlight holes, but also for the way that Porsche have manipulated the air. Air comes in through these vents, comes up, exits here, into these two holes, across the other side of the hood, through those two, down into the motor. It's just a nice piece of work. The engine itself, 2.9 litre V6 twin turbo, produces 434 horsepower and 405 pounds-feet of torque. And as you just saw, it runs pretty good. This particular iteration of the Macan Turbo is new for 2020. There's details on the fascia here. This is a unique to turbo fascia. It has slightly less overhang on it. And at the back, you have a double wing design, which is very unique, looks good actually. And also you've got some other features such as the sport mirrors and the skirt design down at the bottom. But apart from that, you're probably going to recognize this as a Macan, and it, of course, Porsche refer to it as a compact SUV. As you've already seen on track, the brakes did a superb job of handling the 4,244 pound Macan. They are the PCCB optional brakes on this car, 15.6-inch rotor up front and a 14.6-inch rotor on the back. And speaking of options, this car also comes with the 21-inch 911 turbo design wheels, front and rear, and they run on the 265/40 and 295/35 Michelin Latitude Sport 3 tires. Before I look in the cargo area, I wanted to point out, and this Macan Turbo does come with the sport exhaust as standard, which you've already heard on track. Also, the black tailpipes, particularly like the black tailpipes. All right, let's have a look under here. See that button? Took me about 10 minutes to find that button. Yeah, 10 minutes. Because we do have an SUV, which is not normal on Pro Racers Take, I wanted to just talk about the square footage. 17.7 cubic feet of storage with the back seats up. With the back seats down, it's 53 cubic feet, and that is a fairly sizable amount. Now with this storage cover on, can't see so well, so I want to take it off real quick. And there you get a good idea of the amount of storage in here. So there's a lot of practicality. Obviously, it's an SUV, it should be, but it's pretty good size. I've done quite a bit of driving on the street with this particular vehicle, and it is just a pleasure to drive. It is quiet, the seats are exceptional, obviously multi-way adjustable seats. The steering wheel is sporty for sure, as we know from Porsche. It's a GT Sport steering wheel, it's heated, and it doesn't have too many controls on here, which I like, but as far as controls, you can adjust things from the steering wheel as far as suspension, radios, telephone. You can adjust everything here with press buttons, and you can adjust everything on the touch screen, which is the 10.9-inch screen. But for me, on a personal level, I'm a minimalist when it comes to buttons in cars and screens. I really don't mess with anything. I like to just drive. I don't like anything on the wheel, but there are buttons here I care about because I go on track. Sport exhaust, I really like that. The PASM system here, the Porsche Active Suspension Management, also comes with air suspension on this vehicle for extra control, the shock control, and of course the Sport Plus. But all in all, functionality between the seat, the quiet comfort, nice steering wheel, and all the touch controls are excellent. It's a great place to spend some time to drive. I like to get in the back seats of a lot of the cars I test because, you know, there's a practicality aspect. A family, can they use the car comfortably, go across country, all the rest of it. This is an SUV, should I say compact SUV, and you might think, well, compact SUV, has it got a lot of room or enough room? I am 5'10", and my knees sitting up, I've got at least 3 inches here. If I want to slouch down like I'm going cross country, I'm just about up against the back seat, but that is a total slouch position and it's pretty comfortable. So again, yes, it may well be a compact SUV, but it's extremely comfortable back here.
After we did the hot lap, we got some cool corner shots. Let's have a look.
To expect when the Macan arrived. I'd never driven one before. This is the Macan Turbo. It is the top of the line. You get the quality, you get the luxury, you should, for $100,000. It's also practical. It's also quiet when you're driving on the street. The things that did surprise me the most would be the on-track performance. It handled extremely well on track. The 0 to 60, the launch is sports car grade, amazing. I guess the biggest takeaway for me from this is I was surprised how much fun I had genuinely driving it on the track and on the street.